Hi guys! Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. Today we got a lot of stuff that we're going to cover. First, I'm going to check in with week 1 and week 2 of February because in true Emmy Budgets fashion, I am very late with my check-ins. So we're going to do that. I'm also going to show you this lovely winter collection that I have for February, which I know has already passed. So again, yay Emmy for being late. And then we're also finally going to announce the giveaway winners. I did post a giveaway for reaching 500 subscribers, and so I will be announcing the giveaway winner at the very end of the video. I'll leave a timestamp down in the description in case you're just here for the giveaway winner information, which I don't blame you, but if you'd like to stick around for all the other stuff, then please stay tuned. If this is your first time watching, hi, my name is Emmy. I am a married person. I have 2 children and they're both under the age of 6. And I like to create budgeting content where I talk about my family's journey and how we plan to get out of over $200,000 worth of debt. I talk about our spending habits, different savings challenges that we're doing, and this is just a way to keep me and my family accountable so we can hopefully reach our financial goals. So if that sounds like some interesting stuff to you, then please subscribe and like this video. I'd love to have you along this journey. To all my returning subscribers, hello, hello. Don't forget to leave a comment down below so I know you stopped by. Where's the time going? Like, where? It is already the middle of February, and have I checked in with you guys? Nope, not at all. So I have been keeping track of my budget. I just haven't had time to film it. But there's a lot of interesting things happening in February that I want to show you guys and share with you guys. Before I go through what I've already spent my money on, let me show you the February Winter Wonderland collection. So, I do have an Etsy shop. If you are interested in budgeting stickers and printables, feel free to check that out. I'll leave it in the description box below. But what you see right here, this is a printable PDF worksheet that comes with my design for the month of February, and I do have these boxes left blank so you can fill them in with whatever it is that you need. I tend to write down like what the week is and the dates, but you can write February monthly budget, or you can write paycheck number 1 or whatever suits your needs. I try to make the printable as flexible as it needs to be, but if you really want the flexibility, then you're gonna want some stickers. So I do have a couple of different sticker options. First, I have the washi strips, and I do create all of these patterns myself, so I doodle all of my designs. So for Winter Wonderland, I decided to go with a blue. For those of you who watched my previous couple of videos, I was obsessed with like this baby blue color. I even painted my nails a blue color. My nail color has changed since then, but as you can see, I like that blue throughout. I've got a little bit of paint strokes, and then I wanted to nod some wintry themes with some snowflakes, some mittens, and hats. So I've got mostly blue colors, but then little pops of brown to kind of give it a little bit of a neutral feel. So I have, with my washi strips, 2 large washi and 4 thin washi strips, and you can put that at the top of your page or whatever suits your fancy. And then I have a basic budget kit, and these are the same things you would see in a printable layout, but because these are stickers, you can kind of adjust how many lines you have for each category. I like to use the basic budget kit for my monthly layout. When I use stickers, it lets me use it lets me be a bit more flexible with how many lines I have. So with a printable, you are only allowed a certain amount of lines. But for the bills category, for example, you might not have a lot of bills in a certain week or a certain pay period. But if you're covering all the bills that happen for the entire month, you might need a little bit more space. So that's why I enjoy the flexibility. So I currently offer my stickers in an 8.5 by 11 size and then a 7 by 9 size. Yeah, and then I also have different text stickers down here in case you call these categories different things. I hope that's focused and you guys can see that, because everybody names things differently. So, cash envelopes versus fixed expenses versus expenses. So yeah, that way you can rename anything that you need. I also have a sinking fund tracker, which I will be utilizing this month, and also an expense tracker. This is just so I can physically write down everything we spend. Currently, I'm using an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of everything we spend, but I think if I have it all in one place, it'll make me more accountable. So I'm going to try using this expense tracker. And then with every basic budget kit, you do get the free text for the month. So you can either choose like February budget, or you can choose a different month, or you can have a custom text. You just put it in the comments whenever you make your purchase, and I will print out that custom script for you. Anyway, all of that to say that I have still yet to set up my February monthly spread, which is supposed to go right here. So let me lay down some stickers while I chat with you guys. So I'm gonna start off with this big washi strip here. How have you guys been? It's been really interesting over here. Let's see, do I want it up here? No, I want it right here. My son weirdly had a fever last week, and it was really scary because while he was sleeping, he would wake up, come into my bedroom, and he'd say, "Come on, mommy, catch me, mommy. Where are you going? Mommy, can you hold me for a minute? Mommy." And like, it sounded like he was dreaming, and it was very scary because I've never experienced something like that before. And when I looked it up, apparently when children have fevers, they experience hallucinations. I didn't know that. So my son was hallucinating while he was sick, and that was pretty terrifying. So yeah, that was kind of a wake-up call for me. That happened just maybe a week ago. So he stayed home from school until he didn't have a fever anymore, and he's all good now. He had medicine and everything, and he's fine. So income, how many lines do I need for income? Let me see. I'm gonna guess like 13. Why not? Seems reasonable enough. So here's what I'm talking about with the flexibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe I'll just do 12. So I have all these lines spaced for my income, whereas I don't have that many lines when I just do the PDF printable. Anyways, you guys get it. So some more exciting things that are happening this month, or that have happened this month. I recently received a promotion. I am doing so well in my company. I work for a mortgage servicing company. Let me count these real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think it's 14 that I need. I'm gonna do 15 just in case. Anyway, so for this mortgage servicing company, I work for the insurance department, and I've been working for that company for about 1.5 years now. And for the insurance, I gotta flip this upside down to lay this down correctly, excuse me. For the insurance department, it's kind of like a outside contractor type job. So I was getting paid hourly, but I've been doing so well that, oh man, I don't need expenses up here. I gotta do debt payments first. So that's another thing. My stickers are matte removable, so you can pick them up and lay them down later. So actually laid down the wrong thing. I gotta put debt payments first. So anyway, like I was saying, I have been doing really well that they decided, the company, the mortgage servicing company, decided to promote me to be the insurance supervisor. So I was just a regular insurance specialist. They promoted me to insurance specialist 2. Then I got promoted to the team lead, and now I've been promoted to supervisor. And so now that I'm officially a supervisor, I don't work for that outsider contracting company anymore. I work for the actual mortgage servicer. So because of that, not only do I get a pay increase, but you'll see when I go over my budget, Since I've closed out working for the contractor, I don't work for them anymore. They are giving me a payout for the unused PTO days. So you'll see that when I go over my budget rather. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think it's only 6 lines that I need for debt. If not, I'll just pick up the sticker and move it around. I was a little off there, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna lay down this expenses sticker now, the one I picked up from earlier. So far I've been doing this supervisor role since the end of January, and I won't get my first paycheck for this supervisor role until February 15th. That'll be my first paycheck. Well, technically, I received a paycheck for 1 day of work under my new salary, but it's still like kind of hard to predict what that means, what a regular paycheck would look like. So when I go over my February budget with you, I'll show you. It's just a lot of estimation happening. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Food, husband, me, gas, sinking funds, unbudgeted. Yeah. Okay. But I'm very excited to be a supervisor because I just can't lay these down straight, can I? I used to be a classroom teacher. My husband is a teacher still. And that's kind of like, I did not enjoy the stresses of it all. I didn't enjoy spending all of my time taking care of other people's kids and then have nothing left to take care of my own kids. It drained me. It really did. And I love the fact that when it's 5 o'clock at my job now, like I can just shut down my computer and move on. I don't have to carry that burden with me. Whereas when I was teaching, I would constantly be worried about that one kid who needs special assistance with this assignment, or that one parent that I have to call later, or do I have enough time to get that lesson plan put together? You know what I mean? And so it wasn't 3 o'clock and I'm done. It was never that way. And so while I'm thinking about all of those things, on top of that, I'm trying to be a good mom and a good wife. It was just way too much. But the part that I did love was actually teaching. And, that I put everything into it. Anyway, so I do miss that. And what I do like about being the supervisor is now I'm in charge of training a lot of the new employees. So that's exciting. I get to utilize my teacher hat again. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. Let's see. I'm not sure how many savings lines I need. I think 6. 6 seems to be the theme going on here. So 4, 5, 6. Let's do 7 just in case. All right. Woohoo! So that's what my monthly spread looks like. I'll fill in lines and fill in the blanks of all that stuff later. But as you can see, you just kind of lay down stickers with what works best for you. And yeah. All right. Now, let's get into the fun stuff. So I do our budget from the 25th to the 25th of every month because of how my husband gets paid. He gets paid once a month on the 25th of every month, and I used to get paid every other Friday with that my previous team lead position. But as I mentioned with my promotion, not only do I have an increased salary, but now my paycheck has changed. Now I'm getting paid on the 15th and the 30th or 31st of every month. So I'm thinking about changing how I budget, because right now I'm budgeting from a Friday to a Thursday just because I got paid on Fridays, or I used to. But now that my husband's pay date and my pay date, they don't necessarily fall on a specific day of the week. Maybe it makes more sense to go from Monday to Sunday because that's just how both of our work weeks go. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But anyways, for the first week of the first week of February, it ran from January 25th until February 2nd. This was a 9-day week for us because week 5 of January, that one was a short week. That one was only 5 days long. And so the remaining 2 days from that, I just kind of rolled them over to the first week of February. So because of that, I did make some adjustments with some of our expense budgets, and I'll get into that when we get to that category. But let's go over the income. So my husband, as I said, gets paid once a month. I thought he was going to get paid this amount, and for some reason he got paid a little bit more. I don't know why. You know, he's a teacher, so raises or increases happen usually at the beginning of the school year and at the end of the school year based on stipends and things like that. And it's the end of January. I don't know why he had about, what, $60 more than normal. So I'm not sure if this is a new normal or if it's just a fluke, but there we go. I'm not going to complain about a higher paycheck. My normal paycheck that I would get paid every other Friday was around $1,400. And then I did expect, because I got my promotion, that I would get a PTO or vacation day payout. However, what they decided to do is combine the payout of my vacation days with my original paycheck. So I ended up getting just this one lump sum of a lot more than usual of $2,094.02. So this is my paycheck plus any unused vacation days, because now I'm no longer a contractor. I work for the mortgage servicing company. And that mortgage servicing company paid me for 1 day's worth of work because my start date happened to just be the end of a pay period. And so that first paycheck of mine was just for 1 day, $190.31. And if I did some math here, I don't know, half a month, let's say 15 days. Check out that paycheck. Ooh, I don't know if that's accurate, but that's going to be awesome if that's accurate. Talk about a huge pay bump. Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to do wonders for our debt journey. I'm just so pumped. Our bank account was super generous and gave us 2 pennies worth of interest. Since it is a 4-week month for us, I mean, we usually spend about $1,000 worth of sinking funds a month. And so divided by 4 weeks, I thought we would spend about $250. We actually ended up spending $390.97. And my husband did get a reimbursement check for some of the unbudgeted spends he made at the end of January. So I was able to make that deposit to cover his expenses. Anyway, so that means we had a total income of $6,600.75, which is amazing. We only had 2 bills during this time frame. A doctor bill for my daughter. I had to take her to the emergency room about a month or so ago. And so we're slowly paying that off. And our internet bill. So our total bills was $195.50, just as expected. If I subtract that from our income, we are left with $6,405.25. Sorry guys, my pencil cup is in the way, so I have to pick up my notebook so you can see what's down here at the bottom. But our debt payments for this first week is just our mortgage and a minimum payment for our Wells Fargo credit card. So that's $989.14. Subtracting that from what's left over, we have $5,416.11 to roll into our expenses. And so here's what I'm talking about. For a week, I usually give my family $300 for groceries and eating out, which is all in this food category. Because of these 2 extra days for the week, I kind of, I did a little bit of math here. I don't know if you guys care, but let me show you what I did. If I usually give my family $300 a week for food, I divide that by 7 so I can see how much it is per day. And then I times that by 9. So that's $385 for 9 days. And so I just kind of rounded to $390 for us to use. And I did sort of the same calculations for the rest of the stuff down here. Anyway, So we were under budget with food. We only spent $337.51. My husband went over budget a little bit with $160.49. I did decide to increase my allowance. I've been giving myself anywhere from $40 to $60, sometimes $70 a week. But I was like, nah, mama's bringing in the money. Like, she deserves $100 just like husband gets $100, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's like setting myself up for failure and overspending. But anyway, we're going to give it a try. So I gave myself 100, but I guess in this case for this week, 130. And I stayed underneath that by like 99 cents, but it was still under budget. We did not spend everything I thought we would for gas, only $95.57. And then, as I said, we spent $390.97 for our sinking funds. A couple of things for personal care, haircuts, my nails, gifts. I bought something for my team at work. I got them some goodies, some treats. I bought some things for my kids, some medicine for when my son got sick. And this happens to be the weekend where my husband went on a music educator conference. And so I added a lot more into our travel sinking fund for this month in order to cover his different travel expenses. And for this week, he only spent $180.93. And then I did buy some clothes as well for, what was this for? I don't remember. Anyway, spent something out of the clothes sinking fund, which totaled the $390.97. And then, as I mentioned, my husband spent an unbudgeted amount of $405.60, but he did get a reimbursement for that, which I showed up here. So it's all covered, all taken care of. But our total spending was $1,519.15. Subtracting that from what was left over, we now have $3,896.96 to work with. So let me move my stuff out the way. So we do have a save and go account with Wells Fargo where basically they take a little percentage of every direct debit that gets spent out of our checking account, and then whatever that percentage is, they move it into your savings account automatically. It's not a lot every month. As you can see for this week, they only moved $6, and it's anywhere from like $2-3 a week. It's not bad, but it's an easy way to save money without you missing it. So they put $6 away. I did deposit $1,000 into our different sinking fund accounts. And the way that I'm going to do the penny challenge and the the Disney savings challenge, any money that is left over from the groceries or food category rather, and any money that's left over from my allowance, I'm going to use that money and divide it into the penny savings challenge and the Disney challenge. The bigger bills, anything that is $20 or more, will go into Disney, and then all of the smaller stuff will go into the penny savings challenge. I really should be doing the dice savings challenge at the beginning of every week, but I haven't. So that's why that's 0. And what I do is whatever I roll for on the dice, that's how much of my allowance I'm supposed to put away and save. So I have been missing out on that for the past couple of weeks, but I do need to get back on that. Anyway, all of that to say that the leftover from food and leftover from my allowance ended up being $53.48, which is amazing. So like I said, the big bills is going towards the Disney Savings Challenge, so that was $50. And then the small stuff, $3.48, that's going towards penny savings. And I will show you guys that now. Here's my binder. What I did is I went ahead and put the $50 that was left over, I went ahead and put that into our Disney Savings Challenge, which is on my Cube Money account. So I don't have that in cash to show you, but that's okay. So the $50 is already put away. And this is the stuff left over for the penny savings challenge. A lot of coins. So let's go ahead and count this up. If I did everything correct, it should be $3.48. So we have $1, $2, $3, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. I don't know why I can't pick these up. 45, 46, 47, 48. Yep, 348. So let me go ahead and put all that stuff away in my, this is my savings challenge binder. So my penny savings challenge is right here. I put all the coins in this little jar that I have, and then I put any dollar bills in this little zippy envelope. So we got 348. Let me go ahead and put the coins away. Brace yourself, it might be loud. All right. And put that dollar in here. Oh, was it already open? I think it was. Yep. Okay, so with 348, it's just the one little square of 348 right here. By the way, if you watched one of my, oh gosh, it must have been a December budget video, I basically took all of the money from my penny savings challenge and my die savings challenge in order to put back some funds that I had to borrow from our emergency fund. And whatever coinage was left over, I just kept, but everything else I erased. So I erased all my progress. I erased all my progress with the penny savings challenge. And any dollar bills, like tangible dollar bills, I put towards our emergency fund to make up for what I used. But all of the remaining change that was left was $2.31. So that's why that is marked. But everything else, it's all starting from scratch. All right. Oh, you know what? I never marked my Disney challenge, the $50 that I put away. So let me go ahead and do that. So this is a challenge I did create myself. I'm not going to put this on my Etsy shop just because of copyright things. But what I enjoy is the fact that each one of these little Mickey heads have different increments, different values here, and when you add it all up, it should be $4,000, which I think should be enough for my family of 4 to go on a Disney visit. But who knows, it might be more by the time I actually save up this money, because it is a slow burn, guys. All right, so here's another 50. Woohoo! Make sure that's dry. All right, that's week 1 all checked out and done. Week 2, my good friends. So week 2 just ended. That was February 3rd through February 9th. So we did have a bit of a rollover. We had $2,837.48 left over from week 1. So I include that here. No other income to be expected except for the sinking funds that I thought we would use. We ended up using $288.19. I did, when I set up my whole budget, expect my vacation days to be paid out this week of $780. But as I mentioned before, they just lumped that all into my first paycheck. So that never ended up getting paid out. And I did receive 16 cents from Etsy. I did have a sale. Thank you so much for those who are buying stuff on my Etsy shop. But when I post new listings, Etsy takes fees and such. So even though I sold some things, I listed some things. So it all just kind of balanced out to where I only had an income of 16 cents. But right now I'm not paying myself anything from Etsy. So anything that I make, I just put that directly back into the business. So 16 cents, but as you can see down here, I just put it back into the business, 16 cents. Moving on, with all that income, we have $3,125.83. Bills came out pretty much as expected. Daycare was a little bit more than I thought, $50 more. My daughter is moving up to a new class, so they had to charge a $50 fee just to, I don't know, move her up. I think it's a little ridiculous, but whatever. It was just this one-time fee. They assured me that after this month, it'll go back to $585. But yeah, other than that, everything was pretty much as expected. Our Apple Plus TV didn't come out. I don't know why. Maybe it'll come out next week, but that didn't come out. But all of our bills totaled to $1,215.63. So if I subtract that from our income, we have $1,910.20 to work with. Again, sorry, my pencil cup's in the way, so... Our minimum debt payments were the Capital One credit card that I have, which is $46, and a car payment for me that is $365.61. So our debt payments were $411.61. Subtracting that from what was left over, we now have $1,498.59. Expenses. So we're back to our regular budgeted amount because this is a normal 7-day week. We were a little bit over budget in food, just by $3. Not too bad though. My husband was only over budget by 41 cents. Good job him. I was under budget about $9-ish. Gas, we didn't spend the full 100, and then for our sinking funds, we spent $288.19. My husband, spent $67.21 on that music educator conference because February 3rd was the second half of the weekend for that conference. I spent $68.64 on my children, just on different activities that we did over the weekend. I spent $119.70 because my husband's birthday is on February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So I spent a little bit on him just to buy some Valentine's things and his birthday things. And I had to get a headlight replaced for my car, so that was $32.64 for parts and labor. And we didn't have any unbudgeted spends. Let me actually put a 0 there because we didn't spend anything unbudgeted. So that was $872.41. Subtracting that from what's left over, we have $626.18. So Save and Go account, $4 was moved into savings. And then again, I told you I put 16 cents, whatever came in from Etsy, just put it right back into the business. I didn't roll the dice, so I didn't put anything in the dice savings challenge. And we didn't have any large bills left over from our food budget or my budget to put towards Disney. All we had left was the penny savings challenge. I'm just going to dump it all out. Ooh, it's a whole bunch of coins. I hope it comes out to $5.38. All right, let's see. We have $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, 25, 35, 38. Yep. So we have $5.38 that can go towards the penny challenge. All of these are coins, so they're all going in the jar. Heads up, it might be a little noisy. Let me go ahead and fill this out. When did I start this? I'm going to say the new year. January 2023. Okay, so with $5.38, if I cross off this bonus square of 205, I'm left with $3.33. Boom. All right, so now that's done. So basically I'm left over with $616.64 to roll into week 3, which is where we are at now. But just so you know, I am expecting my first actual new promotion check this week. I get paid on the 15th. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know how much they're going to take for taxes. I don't know any of that. So I thought I would estimate more on the conservative side. It might be more than this. It might not. Now that it is officially the start of a week, I think it's only fair I need to do my dice savings challenge now before I start spending all of my allowance money. The Dice Savings Challenge is a savings challenge made by Budget with Ira. You get a little zippy envelope, you can customize your text, and it does come with a 20-sided die. So you roll the dice, and whatever it lands on, that's how much you save. And I like to use my allowance money, and then instead of giving myself $100 a week, I'll have to take whatever this lands on out of that $100. So let's see what we got. 7. Lucky number 7. Okay. I'm just going to mark that I am putting 7 in the dice savings challenge. And then in parentheses here, I wrote 93. So I know that's actually how much I have to spend, not the full 100. And then I just mark off the number 7. I don't have any cash on hand right now, but when I do, I'll be sure to put $7 away in this envelope. All right, that's week 3 done. Now it's time for our giveaway announcement. So let me get all situated for that. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, my apologies for the drastic change in lighting, but it is time for us to pick our 500 subscriber giveaway winner. Woohoo! And I didn't want the glare to show up on the iPad. So, okay, I am on commentpicker.com. I'm going to go ahead and paste the giveaway video link here. Let me get rid of all this extra text that apparently copied. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to filter out the duplicate users. I can include replies to comments, but I'm going to exclude myself because I like to reply to different people's comments, so I don't want to include myself in the giveaway, obviously. And 2 + 8 is 10. So we should have 22 unique comments. I'm so excited. Thank you for all of you who have entered into this giveaway. I'm really, really excited for you. Good luck, everyone. I'm so excited. Planning Real Alaska. So she said, I love paper and pen and lots of Post-its. I budget plan mostly, still finding my groove. Just started her own YouTube journey, Planning Real Alaska. And she said, thank you for all your rawness. Really appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. If you guys, she said she started her own YouTube journey, so you should go give her a follow, subscribe to her, follow her along her journey. We love to support each other over here in the budgeting community. So hooray, congratulations. So here's what I want you to do, Planning Real Alaska. If you could send me an email at emmybudgets@gmail.com, emmybudgets@gmail.com, and I will be sure to get in touch with you of how you can claim your prize. All right, guys, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. It was kind of a longer one, but I appreciate you sticking through it. If you made it to the very end, good job. Proud of you. If you have any questions or comments about anything that you saw, I'll be happy to answer any questions. I love replying and reading all of your comments, so don't forget to leave those down below, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.